Hello people out there and welcome back to yet another exciting episode of Seek Your Purpose. This is your host for the show, Mayank Sehra. But before we dive into today's topic, if you haven't done so yet, then please hit that subscribe or follow button to get notified of our upcoming episodes. And if you're a regular listener, then please spread the word by rating or reviewing us on your favorite podcast listening platform. Your each and every support matters to us the most. Now, let's get started. The other day I was at Delhi airport and was traveling to Mumbai. While I was sitting and gorging through the magnificent airport premises, the person sitting next to me, he unpacked his guitar and started singing and playing along with it. His voice was so mesmerizing that it slowly gathered the crowd, who kind of just stopped by to listen to his creativity. It was like a live acoustic session. Then out of a sudden, there was this old Indian couple who was humming to the beat of the song, and they gradually started dancing on it. Out and out all together and matching to the beat of the young player, the couple went on and on dancing in the middle of the crowd. It was exciting, and the aura was so positive and vibrant that I immediately thanked God, and I was full of gratitude for me being present there. These guys were so much into their own moment as if they went unaware of the people they are being surrounded by. All they were focused on was the beat of the song, the magic of seizing the moment, and the undying love that they possess for each other. It was magical. Now the question is, would you have dared and ended up dancing if you were caught up in the same scenario? If you would have given a chance to set yourself out free there amid the crowd of unknown people on that busy airport and groove to the beat of that song, would you have dared? Just ask yourself. And if the answer is a no, or maybe, then congratulations, my friend. Just like every other person you are currently surrounded by, you are also having the feeling of insecurity. Yes, you too are insecure, just like me. So Google says insecurity means being uncertain or anxious about oneself, probably due to lack of confidence. And this made me remind of a beautiful anecdote dated back to my school days. I was an insecure child. Being the pampered child of the family, I feared being amid the crowd of unseen, unknown people and stand my way out. I had stage fear. Like most of us, I had it too. And believe me when I'm saying this, that till 7th standard, I never ever participated in any of the school extracurricular activities. But there was this pretty girl in my school, let's call her Miss N. Miss N was fearless, she was bold, she was impressive, she was dauntless, that she participated in almost every extracurricular activity. She stood out and soon became the talk of the town. Be it drama, debate, sports, dance, volunteering, etc. She ended up freeing herself of that insecure valley feeling by being a part of every single experience that pushes her beyond her comfort level. I happened to be with her for almost 2 years during my school days. She always used to say this to me, that the way you are, it's the most beautiful thing that could have ever happened. Getting so much inspired by Miss N, I started pushing myself in facing and capturing the feeling of insecurity in me. The stage fear. But was the fear real? I asked myself. So the fear was there in me because, as per myself, I didn't have a great communication skill back then. I was out of shape, my dressing sense was awful, the group that I hung out with wasn't cool enough. So the grass is always greener on the other side, and we always feel that the other person is perfect in every term. Be it physical, mental, social, economical, we always underestimate ourselves to such a level that we actually start hating ourselves in the way we are. And instead of working on it, we start criticizing ourselves day in and day out. I was so stupid back then that I endorsed this insecurity in me just because of all the loud noises that I had in my mind कि लोग क्या कहेंगे? No one is going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And as a result of which, I ended up being a host of several events during my academic years, which definitely paved the way for the hidden version of myself in being a podcast host, to whom you are currently listening right now. So what is insecurity? Let's find it out. So just like every other human emotion, insecurity stems from our beliefs and our perspectives of life. And these beliefs and perspectives, these derive from our own life experiences and circumstances. We try so hard to achieve something and we end up failing. Now this failure, it's a matter of perspective for you. Either you take this one as an obstacle or as an opportunity. That totally depends upon you. So do you end up asking yourself these questions that I'm just gonna ask you right now? So just raise a hand in your mind if you have ever said any of these to yourself. I'm dumb. I'm short-sighted. I'm fat. I'm not attractive. I don't know how to influence people around me. I can't befriend anyone. I can't impress her. I am a failure. I have trust issues. I can never ever make it big in life. I'm not blessed enough. I don't have the knowledge. So these are called loud noises that always kept boggling up in our mind whenever we are about to create the perfect opportunity for us. Can you relate that? These loud noises. And we hinder ourselves by listening to these noises again and again in our life. Now let's figure out some ways in which we can overcome this feeling of insecurity and make ourselves super strong, not to deal with anyone else's opinion, but rather work on ourselves. Number 1, face the feeling. We as humans, we are so good at avoiding problems, and all we want is a comfort zone. And in doing so, we endorse a belief that the problems that we face, these problems are uncomfortable. And instead of facing them and solving them, we hope they'll get resolved on their own. Face it, my friend. Know the reality. Embrace your feelings and ask yourself, why am I behaving in this way? Try to find out the root cause of its emergence and you will feel better. Just note down the feeling, ponder over it over a while, over the choices that made you feel this way and start working on that. Number 2, challenge your limiting belief. I came across a quote by Morgan Housel which says, we believe that our experiences define most of the world, while the truth is that our belief accounts for only 0.00001% of what happens in the world. Our beliefs, these are being driven by this set of knowledge that we possess in our life. So if you're a lifelong learner who's keen to learn from every single passing day and want to make the most out of it, you grow. Your belief system grows. They say, if you think that you're the smartest person in the room, you are probably in the wrong room. So be mindful of what sort of knowledge you're consuming. Be mindful of the people you spend most of your time with. Be mindful of the content that you get hooked towards while scrolling through Instagram or Facebook. Be mindful of choosing between giggling and fiddling versus listening to a podcast or listening to some good music that actually makes you mood or involving in an intellectual conversation with someone wiser and more knowledgeable than you. The third one, stop living life like a checklist. Stop living your life as if you hold a checklist in your hand and you have to complete it by the end of the day. Because no matter how hard you try, you're definitely gonna miss out something or the other. And stop categorizing yourself with the lower set of beliefs you have. So instead of focusing on the manzil, you rather focus on the safar. Plan it. Plan your day. Take not more than 2 or 3 important tasks in a day that needed to be done by the end of it. And devote all your energy in going through the process of learning and reflecting on things instead of just working like a stopwatch to wait for a deadline. Stop doing that. Number 4, adopt a growth mindset. So stop believing that failures are an obstacle in my life and instead treat them as an opportunity to reflect, an opportunity to grow, an opportunity of that having that once again, that one more chance in your life. So when you try doing something, it could either end up in a result that it is positive or it's not so positive. So a positive one definitely gives you an idea of all the trials and errors that you made that actually worked in your favor. And a not so positive one allows you to take a step back, be an observer of the happenings, assess and reassess yourself again and again, just widen up your space and go for that again. Go for it. Remember, for winners, failures inspires them, but for losers, failures defeats them. The fifth one, acceptance. Accept the fact that no one can be flawless. Each one of us, and believe me when I'm saying this, each one of us, we have flaws in us. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be social or like that. But the only differentiator is the way you perceive your flaws. So if you feel that your flaws are your biggest advantage of your life and you're constantly providing you the urge to be inspired. So the fifth one, acceptance. Accept the way you are. Accept the flaws in you. Accept the fact that one can't be flawless. We all have flaws in ourselves. It could be physical, it could be mental, it could be social, or it could be like that. But the only differentiator is the way we perceive our flaws. So if we feel that our flaws, these are the biggest advantage that we have in our life, and these are constantly providing us that urge to get inspired throughout in getting the dream that we have in our mind, then let me tell you, it is possible. You are beautiful. You're way stronger than these flaws. You're way too bold. You are a change maker in the process. Number 6, breath work. So the next time you feel insecure about anything that you come across in your life which stops you from stepping a bit forward, try this simple breath work that Jay Shetty taught in his amazing book, Think Like a Monk. It's a 4-4-8 framework. He says, whenever you are in doubt, or whenever you are skeptical or insecure or just confused about anything, then stop in the moment. Just stop. Inhale the breath for 4 seconds. Hold it for next 4 seconds. And then exhale it for next 8 seconds. Let's try. We'll inhale the air, we'll hold it for next 4, and then we'll exhale it for the next 8. Let's go. Are you feeling that calmness in you right now? Are you calm? Are you relaxed? Are you feeling grateful? Because I am. So while you are inhaling the air, you are actually inhaling the positivity that the world has to offer for you. You hold it to process and amalgamate with it your energy. And when you exhale it down, you're actually exhaling the insecurity, the fear, the anger, and all other kind of downsizing feelings from yourself. That's a gratitude framework. And it makes me feel so much positive and full of greatness right now. You are in the process of becoming the best version of yourself, and in doing so, you need to get to know yourself a bit better every day, every time you face or come up with something, anything, any emotion that actually hinders you down, that actually stops you from achieving what you want in your life. Face the fear. Just stay. Deal with it. Have that tough conversation. Face the tough time with yourself and you become stronger. Because you are you. And that's your biggest strength. As Miss N said, secure your unsecured self. So that's what I've got for you today's episode. If you love this, then please take a screenshot of the episode, share it on your Instagram, your Facebook, your LinkedIn stories, and tag me at MAYANKSEHRA. That is Mayank Sehra. And believe me, every time, whenever I see these stories and tags with all the love, the positivity and the appreciation that you guys show on, it makes me feel blessed. It makes me feel stronger and it pushes me harder to work for that very next level. Now, step out of that comfort zone of yours, break it apart into pieces and seek the purpose that you are destined to. I'll catch up in the next episode with another purpose seeker.